TYT Sports, everybody. Jason and Jeremy. Check out our Cam Newton inconsistent.
Do you like my jazz hands?
Hello. Check the description below. We got highlights in the description, links and everything to the Steelers versus Bengals game, which will lead also to the AFC North. But a few quick things about the Steelers and Bengals. The Steelers put up like 25 unanswered points. They went out to go blow out the Cincinnati Bengals. And Big Ben, solid game. Not a 6-touchdown game, but a solid 3-touchdown, 0-interception game. He found his boy, Antonio Brown. 100 receptions on the season now.
There's 105 by the end of that game.
3 games left in the NFL.
So the record, Marvin Harrison had 140 something. That's ridiculous. Marvin Harrison's insane. He's not touching that. But he could get into the 120s.
Yeah.
130s. Hell, he can, we'll see. If he has like 2 15-catch games in a row, if Big Ben's slinging 6 touchdowns, that's possible. We'll see.
It is possible.
Antonio Brown is really good.
He's just a monster. 9 receptions today, 117 yards. That was about with a minute left in the game, so I'm not sure if that went up or down. The other ridiculous weapon that the Steelers have, Leveon Bell, 26 carries, 180-plus yards, 2 touchdowns. Oh, and then 6 receptions and 50-plus yards and a touchdown. My God, the Steelers have weapons, and when their offense gets moving, and this is not a Steelers-like thing to say.
Not at all.
How many times in our lifetimes have we said, the Steelers don't have that good of an offense, but their defense will win them championships. And now you look at them and you go, wow, they got Antonio Brown, they got Le'Veon Bell, they got Big Ben.
They have Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell are 2 of the most explosive players in the NFL. I love them too. Let's marry them.
I don't want to marry them, but like an Antonio Brown
that's totally
T-shirt might be in my future.
Is that like just a step below?
Well, jerseys are expensive.
Marriage is also expensive.
Oh, you're right. So 2 steps below.
Okay, that's fair. But yeah, I mean, the thing about the Steelers is it's really, when their offense is on, their offense just explodes. They just take apart teams. But that doesn't happen all the time.
No,
it doesn't, and that's why they're 8-5.
Yeah.
Which brings me to
the American Football Conference,
located in the northern region of the United States, also known as the AFC North. So after today's results, the Browns barely lost to the Colts, literally by 1 point, 25-24. Great comeback. Andrew Luck did his thing. I was really pulling for the Browns. I wanted that division to be all locked up. So right now, it's still locked up.
All locked together.
It's okay, minus the Browns. So right now we got the Bengals sitting on top with 8-4 and the atrocity that is a tie. 8-4-1.
Boo.
And then we have the Steelers and Ravens both at 8-5.
Semi-boo.
Semi-boo. Sure. Okay, so the Ravens won today, Steelers won today, Bengals lost. We don't know what's going to happen with that division. That division is entirely up for grabs. So, especially because they still have a bunch of division games left against each other. So, to start, the Bengals, who are currently in first place by a half game, they get to play the Browns next week, which, after seeing this week, is no easy task at all. Nope. Sure, the Browns aren't a great team.
Their defense
They're a good team, and their defense is very, very good. So, they play the Browns. Then they play the Broncos the week after that and finish up with the Steelers again. So, could you see maybe 8-7-1 being the final stat line for the Bengals season?
I do not believe in the Cincinnati Bengals. AJ Green being back, and he made some amazing moves, and we all know he's one of the best receivers in the league. I don't think AJ Green is enough. I don't believe in the Bengals out of this division. Just
things started falling apart pretty quickly after they started
3-0.
No, they started way better than that. They were like 5-1.
Yeah, they were
6-1, something like that.
There's only like 3 undefeated teams.
And people were calling them
the best team in the league.
The best team in football in Week 7.
I didn't believe them in Week 1. I didn't believe them in Week 5. I still don't believe them now.
I believed in their defense, and that kind of fell apart too. Gio Bernard went down a few weeks ago. Before that, maybe, I don't know, 5 weeks ago maybe?
Right.
He's back now.
Which sucks.
That definitely did something to their offense. It didn't really look quite as explosive. Then AJ Green got hurt. And even though both those players are back, they haven't really had the same sort of chemistry they did in those first 5-6 weeks of the season. And that's not what you want down the stretch at all. So that's the Bengals. I never actually ended up drinking my coffee. I just held it because I'm still talking. But hey, want to cheers? There you go. Cheers to coffee. Okay, so and then you have the Steelers. The Steelers are sitting in second, tied with the Ravens. They have the Falcons, Chiefs, and Bengals left to play. So the Falcons winnable game for the Steelers.
God, the NFC South sucks so
Okay,
much.
there you go. Chiefs is tough, very tough.
Yeah.
I didn't
At
write
the Chiefs. Do we know if it's
I
we don't know.
didn't write
Okay.
that down. Why?
Either way,
I have no idea. No, that's a huge difference. That's
it's a huge
really
difference.
dumb of
But those
me.
are also two very good teams.
Who?
Steelers and Chiefs.
Oh, true, but it still matters. And then they finish it off with the Bengals, as I said before. So I can see the Steelers going 2-1 there. 1-2 if things fall apart. 3-0 if they get really lucky. And then for the Ravens, they get to play the Jags, so that's awesome for them.
W.
Also known as just a W on the schedule. Yeah. Texans, which are not an easy team. J.J. Watt himself can beat you, especially if you can't take care of the ball. And sometimes Flacco has had problems with that. Not
two bad interceptions, or one interception, one foul. He just did no red zone domination today for the Ravens.
I'm not a Flacco fan.
He is from New Jersey.
I'm going to say this.
I am from New Jersey.
You
I
are from
liked
New
him on
Jersey,
Delaware.
I like you. It has nothing to do with Jersey.
Right, that's true.
Okay.
If Joe Flacco wasn't getting paid what Joe Flacco was getting paid, I'd like him more.
I think that colors it for me. And I know he won a Super Bowl. That's awesome for him. I'm really happy for him. I don't see the consistency, and he can't throw a deep ball.
I don't like that he has to say,
I don't know why I'm doing this.
I am an elite quarterback. Like, you don't see Peyton Manning going out there every day
I don't know
saying,
why I'm doing this to Joe
I'm
Flacco.
elite.
Anybody
I am
out there who
elite.
likes Joe Flacco, feel free to prove me wrong. I just don't really like Joe Flacco that much. Anyway,
we're just honest.
we're just honest. Anyways, they play the Jags, the Texans, and they finish up with the Browns, who, as we saw, is a tough matchup. So that's another example. They can go 2-1, they can go 3-0, or they can go 1-2. I can't see them losing all three.
No.
My point is that we have no idea what's going to happen in that division.
No, we have zero
idea.
fucking clue.
Zero idea. There's a good chance that maybe 2 teams make the playoffs out of that division. I would say there's a wild card team coming out of the AFC North.
It could, and to me,
especially because the Dolphins lost today.
I just feel it would just be like, well, so I keep looking at it. It's like, this is the first time I've actually rooted for the Steelers. I just used to think they weren't like the most exciting team to watch, but with the weapons they have, I'm pulling for the Steelers to make it out of that division.
I'm with you on that. I really like Antonio Brown.
I want to see Brown. I want to see Bell in the playoffs.
And I like Roethlisberger with all his quirks and motorcycle accidents and stuff.
He's fast for how big he is.
He's big for how big he is.
Big, right?
He's just a big dude. So if you had to guess, sorry, not guess, educatedly predict
who is going to come out?
Who's going to come out of the AFC North?
I'm going to, like, my fandom. I'm not a Steelers fan. I just want the Steelers. So my educated guess is the Steelers, but there is some education behind that because we see, look at the Bengals, Ravens, and Browns compared to the Steelers. When one of those four, when the Steelers' offense is clicking and Le'Veon Bell is explosive, we've seen it. Antonio Brown, and this is also proving that Emmanuel Sanders was not necessarily needed on the Steelers, and he's doing great in Denver. But he also has Peyton Manning slinging the ball to him.
Emmanuel Sanders is really good.
He's very good. No discredit to Emmanuel Sanders, but the Steelers are quite fine, it seems, without him.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely.
So the Steelers, I look at that, they still have a decent defense, and their offense, when it clicks, is one of the best offenses. When it doesn't, it's not that consistent, but we've seen Big Ben throw for 12 touchdowns in 2 weeks.
That did
Even
happen.
today, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, efficient with the ball. So I like the Steelers.
Going Ravens.
Okay.
Got to go the Ravens.
I like this.
I've seen it before.
Yeah.
I feel like the Ravens are going to go, they're going to,
They have the Jags, right?
They have the Jags. They play the Jags. They're going to win the division by a half game or something like that. It's going to be close. I say the Ravens pull it out. I say the Ravens get that 3 seed.
I like that call.
Yeah.
I like the Steelers. You like the Ravens. Guys, check the link description box below we got some not highlights from the game, but we'll show you some vines that you can link to and check out while you're listening to this awesome commentary. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe. It is free, and you get to see more of us. So have a good Sunday night. Newsroom episode 6 is on. I like the Newsroom.
I should watch more of that.
It's not a bad show.
Like
Some people
Sorkin.
don't like it.
I like Sorkin a lot.
I do like Sorkin. But we'll be here next week.
West Wing
West Wing's good.
is one of the best shows ever made.
I agree.
That's true.
That is. Yeah,
No,
that's true.
no, I'm not asking you. It's true.
It's true. We'll see you next week.